Hello, everybody. My name is Tucker, and welcome back to our Russian fishing floor spin fishing series. Today, back here out trolling on Kuori. I'm kind of doing the same path I was yesterday, from the 7.5 meter hole to the 13 meter hole and back, just to see what we can get. First fish of the day was a pretty decent lake trout for a marker lake trout. So, good day, good start at least. Always getting markers. I did look at the cafe before we got started today. Not a whole lot there. A couple of perch orders, a big brown trout order, and big Vindus orders as well. So not holding out a lot of hope for cafe orders today, but right now this is probably the best money-making venture for us. Our boat ticket will expire tomorrow, so I will probably do something different tomorrow. Not sure what, but that's kind of my thought for the day is let's go ahead and use up the last couple of days, or the last day. I think I got a day and a half really on the current boat ticket, so use up most of that and then start fresh tomorrow. You did not miss anything between episodes. I've not looked at anything, not done anything. Depending on how today goes, we might be able to afford an HSV at the end of the day. But even if we can afford the reel, we can't afford the line and the rod for it, most likely, unless we get something unexpectedly massive on the line. Which I'm not holding my breath would happen. I still honestly haven't even looked at which rod I would want, so I'll have to make that decision as well. It is early afternoon, my time in the US on December 11th. I believe there is a local NFL football game here starting in about 30 minutes, so there's a possibility of some fireworks going off. The city I live in is very celebratory of the start of games, major touchdowns, and if people win, or if the team wins, I'm probably 15 miles from the stadium, so I'm not going to be hearing them from the stadium, but people will shoot them off at their house. And I think the game starts at 3:05, which is about a half an hour from now. With that said, I think all the weekly trophies have reset. I actually haven't looked. And since I haven't seen any in chat, I'm going to say that's probably the case. I think they reset at 1 o'clock my time. I think 1 p.m. my time is midnight. Russia, Moscow time. Decent lake trout there. First chat-worthy fish of the day. So far, not much over on rod 1. May have to switch lures there. Even though it does have the Dodger crank 10007 on it. May have to mess around with hook sizes. I don't even know what size hooks I have on that right now. I think that's this rod. Yes. Got the 1/0s on it. Vindus. Non-marker. Been having some fun over on my Steam account last couple of days. Finally got ground bait over there, grinded up to 100%, so I can make PBAs. Now I need to get my bottom fishing up to 100% so I can actually use them. I've got a ways to go there. I think I'm 75-ish. 75-ish on bottom fishing over there, 92 on spin fishing, and I think 20 something on float. Which is part of why I started the float account that's going on now. There's a link into the description below of the playlist there. Part of why I started the float account was to fish cut away. Dang it. Was to learn how to float fish better. Unfortunate that that fish got away. That was a pretty good fish. I had tension on it the whole time too. It was also interesting. I was testing 2 rods, 2 reels, exact same rods and reels, exact same hooks, exact same bait, side by side in the water. And of the 17 fish I caught, 15 of them were from one rod. It made no sense to me why that rod just kept getting hit over and over and over. I even recast the other rod a couple times just to reset it. No, there's not a fish on here. I thought there was. That's a full pass with only, I think, a small non-marker perch on rod 1. Not really what I'm looking at. There's something on there now, though. Doesn't seem like it's going to be anything major here, though. Something over on 2 as well. Tiny, tiny perch. 100-gram perch on a 1/0 hook. And a 1/0 treble hook, too. Decent Ventus marker, at least. I know I mentioned this, I think, over on my floats series, one of my series, but typically there is a Christmas carnival or holiday season event that starts sometime around now, so keep an eye on that if you are playing in December. It has, as far as I know, it hasn't started yet. I haven't seen it anywhere, and I haven't seen any news articles or posts on Steam or anything like that showing it started. But there are usually some rods, reels, and lures that you can only buy at the Christmas carnival or festival or whatever it's called. Basically, there'll be a giant Christmas tree or evergreen tree in the middle of the city that's covered in snow or surrounded by snow usually. If you look at some of the spreadsheets out there, they even include some of the Christmas reels in them. I know Kilted Jocks does. And some of the reels are pretty dang good. There's a possibility I may grab one just because it's cheap and really good. But I would like to kind of have as the main reels I use, I would like to be available 24/7, 365, not only if you happen to be fishing at this one time a year. And I am way off course here. Marker Laker. Oh, nice Arctic char. 6 kilo Arctic char just got caught. 6.7, 6 3/4. Nice fish there. 10 fish in 10 minutes. kind of meh on the quality. Not a lot of good fish. And we're getting close to nighttime too, which is unfortunate. Speaking of kind of meh fish, 58-gram perch definitely counts as kind of meh. I did take a look at least rod and reel 2. I will probably need to repair or swap reels there at the end of the episode. It's pretty close to 10% worn, and depending on what we catch today, we may have to swap that one out. That is the 5.4 kilo Lucerti. So repairs are pretty cheap anyway. I may change the route just because it has not been as lucrative as it was yesterday. Just see if we get any more luck over by the island. Fat perch, but not fat enough. 565 gram, not the best. There's at least a marker. Big old grayling on the Dodger crank. I think that's not too common, but we'll take that. That's a good 15-20 silver. Followed by a non-marker. I don't even know what it is. Probably a perch. Yep. The only way that was going to be a marker is if it was a Vendus, and even then, it was going to be a small one. Small perch. Another smallish fish. I think that's an eyed. Yep. Small one though. It might be a marker perch. It was. This is a good Vendy. 246 gram. 246 XP. Gonna try going around the island, see if we get anything different. Just because it's been a little bit not the best fish so far. Another marker perch by the looks of it. 433 gram. And good quantity wise, but quality fish just feels like it's left something to be desired today so far. Another marker Vendy, I think. Yep. Trying to decide if I want to change lures out over on one. I may go over to my more orangey one. Small Vindus. I do have the 10. That, or I may go for the 22 gram Satori. You know what? I may actually go for the spoon. I haven't used that in a while. Small lake trout. Need to turn before I hit the wall. Go with the Hunter 1003. It's a bit of an old school lure that did really well for me many years ago. Although I think I had points and spoons, and I don't think I have points and spoons on this account. I do not. Taking a drink when this fish bit. First one on the spoon. Doesn't look amazing, unfortunately. Small perch. That's a good sign. Nice rainbow. 1 point nice rainbow. 4,000 XP. Ooh. Surprise Kuori whitefish, 732 gram per another 3,000 XP. I hit the wrong button. I hit control instead of shift there. Marker perch. $589 gram. So far, I've been happy with the circle around. So far, I've been very happy with the circle around the lake or the island. Was interrupted there by the sound of a rod pull and drag, and the one I want to be pull and drag. May have to chase this one. We'll see. Pretty sure I just heard the first firework. About 10 minutes before what I saw was kickoff, so that kind of makes sense. So probably started on this fish around the 22-minute mark. Didn't look up exactly when. But we're 23 and 45 seconds in, so we've probably been on this fish for about 2 minutes, so on the 22 mark. Small Vendus. A little bit of a risk doing that. Not really a good fish either. This might be another Kuori char. I just hit the wrong button. Lightning storm. It is not a Kuori. It is a Kuori char. I don't think it's a 10-kilo one, but it's a good sized one. 3 kilo. 7,400 XP though. I'll take it. We'll see what the thunderstorm does to our fishing. My guess is it may slow it down significantly. The game heard that, obviously. Immediately put a pretty good sized fish on the line. So about 26-minute mark is when we're starting this fish. Keep in mind, this rod and reel combo is pretty small, even for Kuori. 5.4 base. I think I've got a line that's worn down to under 5 kilo. So I've got the friction brake at 23%. I know it's already about 10% worn. That would put it about 5% or 5 kilo anyway. And I don't think I can go too much higher on the friction brake. I probably have under 5 kilo line or leader right now. Or rod, but I think the rod was way oversized, if I remember correctly. I'd expected to get another 8-10 kilo reel, but decided to just skip straight to the HSV. I did hear a plink like there may be a fish over on the other rod too. There is. Non-marker Laker, unfortunately. This fish is going to definitely help the cause of having to replace or swap out reels on this rod, which again will give us a better friction brake, but because there's some wear and tear, it's not going to help us as much. So I may not actually repair it. I'm trying not to have to buy a new line for this, since I know fairly soon we're not going to need it. I need to price everything out so that I know exactly how much we need, so I can make a more informed decision on that. Because if we're going to be 20 episodes still, I may have to replace the line on this. Is this another orange boy? No. The lake trout. 3.2 kilo lake trout. Not a bad fish. Oh, there's not a fish on there. I need to turn a little bit sharply to avoid the key. So 31 fish, 32 minutes. We've had a couple of big fish. We're also dealing with the weather, which I think is going to make fishing a little bit rough. There's the island right in front of us. I'm not going the way I want to be going. Oh, fishy fish. I just hit buttons that I shouldn't have. Stop the trolling motor. I think I have turned off weather sounds just because they get annoying. No, yeah, they were somewhat disabled. And I have turned a lot of the sounds down quite a bit, especially for like the boat motor, just so we're not having to listen to that as loud. Oh, good news. The thunderstorm at least has stopped. At least for now. I was going to say it's been about 4 or 5 minutes since we've caught anything. But at the same time, no one else has shown up in chat has caught anything either. Found basically no wind either. Small Arctic. Almost a devil Arctic. Nice Vindus. Hopefully things will start picking up a little bit. Still a little early, but... And part of why I'm not a big fisherman in real life is I am not a big morning person at all. Being up out of bed, dressed at 7 a.m. to be on a lake. Nope. Not me. Small 7. Wrong button. That was F1. That was F1, not 1. My voice just cracked. Oh. Another Vindus. That one wasn't very good. Just trying to help the fish per minute there. Laker? Yeah. Not a good one either. That's the Q key, not the A key. Might be a marker Vendy. Just short. Small fish, small laker. I think my dog had a lot of fun yesterday. He is out cold on the couch. Went over to my mom's house for a little bit, helped her out with some technology stuff. Made her dinner while I was there too. We got back a little bit late last night, about 9 o'clock. Actually, I had to record the float episode when I got home, so that was a late episode for me, but it is what it is there. Uh-oh. Evidently hit the button to turn off the trolling motor and didn't mean to. Right as we hooked whatever this is. Ooh, good fish on both lines. This is gonna be fun. Well, I was making progress. Kind of trying to drag the fish towards me, then catch up on the slack. Drag the fish towards me, create some slack and pull it in. You can also kind of try and pump the rod with right click, although you're more likely to lose the fish if you do it that way. Luckily, he's getting pretty tired. An Arctic char here. Just short of 2 kilos. Oh, don't get stuck. Well. Might be okay. Someone is curled up a little bit more comfortably and is now snoring. Had to make sure his head was touching my arm. Oh, fish. I'm amazed the fish over on 2 has stayed on this whole time. Hopefully hooked pretty good. Because I think that one actually bit while we already stuck up against the wall here. What do we have here? Big old Arctic. 3.35. Nice fish. Decent Laker. Not as decent as I thought it was. Today has been a pretty good XP day. I think we're right around 20,000. Only 700 fish caught. Small milestone there, not a big one. Speaking of small, yeah, this might be a marker. I don't think so, though. Nope. We'll probably finish this pass. Then I may do once around the island. We'll see how much time we have. Nope, you're not going back under, fish. $1.75 Laker. I mean, for how bad it started, it turned out pretty decent on the fish. I mean, 2 decent Arctic char, couple decent Lakers, good Kuori, good rainbow, random whitefish. So I think today's going to be a pretty good day. Actually curious about that whitefish. JK Kuori whitefish. Right now, we got a couple of leaderboards. Kuori whitefish. We're the only one in the US that's caught one. Only 2 Kuori char have been caught. Lake trout. We got one there too. Probably should have looked at Arctic. Wow. This is a fish, right? Yeah, okay. All right, things just got fun. Come on, let's get this bad boy. Well, this is probably going to be one of the last fish of the day. Mainly because I think we're going to be fighting this thing for a little bit. The only reason we're making somewhat progress against it is the boats chasing it. If we weren't chasing it right now, it would still be swimming away from us. Small fishy fish. This thing hasn't jumped, so I don't know if it's a laker or not. Swear that spot is the death of me. I don't know how many fish I've got that have gotten in there. It is a laker. I had it. Uh-oh. And I'm holding the wrong rod like an idiot. Oh, this one will definitely get us on the leaderboard. Don't think it's a trophy. I think it's in the 5 to 7 kilo range. Not the 10 kilo range, but we'll see. The only reason I'm questioning if it is a trophy or not was we basically had it above water and then it dove again, so that second wind almost makes it feel like a trophy type fish. Really third wind. Come on, fishy fish. Oh, you're in there. No, you want to get in my boat. We are over the hour mark. Get above water. Get above water. Get in my net. 5.5 kilo liquor. Not a bad fish. And a half kilo liquor there. And if you didn't already guess it, that's going to wrap it up for the day as far as fishing goes. The fact that I didn't catch either of those out should have given that away. $46 fish on the day, pretty good quantity. Quality, I don't know. There was some hit or miss fishing there, so. I'm going to say 140. 160, not bad. Not bad. Kuori char was 30, grayling was 20, rainbow was 20, tick was 20, that Kuori whitefish was 15. That was better than I expected. So 159, let's see if we got anything for the cafe. No, there were some perch orders. I think there was a whitefish order too. So 8 big perch. We only got 4 brown trout. Big vindies, no white bream. It was a white bream that I saw, not the white fish. Rainbow trout, so nothing for over here. So 159 silver on the day. Not a bad day for no cafe orders at all. I will take that. But gets us up to 2,800. I think we're still a little bit short of the HSV. Again, doesn't really matter because we will need to buy a reel, the rod, the line. So we got a ways to go there, but definitely a good day overall. So appreciate everyone watching. We'll be back again tomorrow. Hope you all have a good one, and we'll see you then. Bye-bye now.